Greetings, welcome to the Filthy Kitchen. And I know some of you might have some questions for my turban. No, first off, no, I did not buy a Cobra basket and recorder, and I'm not about to do some kind of hypnotize the snake routine. Also, I did not join a wacky religion, and no, I'm not starting a new fashion trend. The fact of the matter is, my head was freezing. Ever since I cut my hair, this house is cold. I'm very cold. I think all my hats are down in the garage in the car. I just didn't have the energy to go down and get them. And I decided to wrap my head in this scarf, which is very comfortable, believe it or not. And yeah, it's very warm. So I did not go to work today. I was very exhausted. I think part of it came down to my head being cold. Ever since I cut my hair the other day, those videos are available if you want to check them out. Ever since I cut my hair, I've been freezing. I see myself now in this video and I can't stop smiling. I know it looks ridiculous. It's comfortable. Whatever. So obviously I'm not trying to impress women. I mean, who would do this to try to find a girlfriend? Not me, that's for sure. Although, if some women are into it, you know, send me a thing down below and we can see. Anyway, what can I say? I didn't go to work tonight. It is now 6 o'clock in the morning. I went back to bed instead. I woke up regular time. I was going to eat, but I just didn't have an appetite. I was extremely exhausted. I feel like I got no rest, no sleep. And yeah, now that the new year is here, I get a couple of personal days. So I figured I should probably stay home from work. If I went to work tonight, it would have been a very tough slog, but that's not why I stayed off. I just figured if my immune system is down going to work, I'd probably set myself up for an illness. I'd probably, in my weakened state, my immune system is probably low. I probably would have got a bacteria or a virus or something, and I wouldn't be able to fight it off. So I figured the best thing to do was to stay home and try to get some rest. Now, since I have been wearing this turban, I briefly considered devoting myself to mentalism and, you know, mind reading, that sort of thing. But then I said, let's be honest. I'm no kind of mentalist. I'm not even an environmentalist. You know, to hell with the whales. That's what I say. Throw your trash on the street. Who cares? Actually, I don't really believe that, but I figured I'd say that just for the sake of the joke, you know. If you're gonna make a joke, you might as well go all in on the joke. But people don't appreciate humor these days. They don't understand humor. They don't, you know, whatever. Anyway, am I an environmentalist? Probably not. I do feel bad using tin foil to make the bacon. You know, I use tin foil, I throw it in the garbage. I feel terrible about that. I feel bad about using plastic. I try to produce as little garbage as possible, but I mean, we live in modern times. Plus, you know, I'm a bit of a pack rat. Not really, not much. I have difficulty throwing stuff out because I always want to use it if it's good. I hate producing garbage, and yeah, I hang on to things because, oh, maybe one day this will be useful. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle. I got some stuff that looks useful. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, I tend to hang on to it because maybe one day I'll use this. Maybe this will be useful someday. You know, it's kind of in the spirit of environmentalism, but in reality it just gums up my life with a lot of useless crap. You know, I've got an old peanut butter jar that I was like, oh, this looks nice. Maybe I could put pencils or paintbrushes or something in it. But you know what? the chance of me actually doing something like that is pretty low, and if I were to do that, it just looks cheap and gaudy and ridiculous, kind of like this turban I'm wearing. So yes, it all comes back to the turban. So, you know, no, I haven't received a head wound. This is not some sort of bandage. This is just to keep my head warm. And I'm surprised that it actually stays on, because I just wrapped the scarf. It's not tied or anything. It just kind of stays together. And for those of you who say, oh, why didn't you just put up your hood? Well, I did put up the hood, but my head was still cold. Anyway, enough about this turban. If you want a turban of your own, well, what can I say? It's just a scarf. Go ahead, wrap your head. I even considered, I didn't know that this wrapping of the towel around my head or whatever would actually stay put. I was going to look up, you know, the actual way to tie a turban correctly, but I didn't need to. This is fine. And I kind of feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall when he's trying to pull that thing out of his nose, his little homing beacon thing. But I'm not about to stick anything up my nose. I'm just waiting to make some coffee. Oh, I had a coffee earlier, but I don't think it did the trick. I really didn't expect to be staying home from work. I really didn't want to stay home from work, but when I woke up to get ready for work, I didn't have an appetite. I was very tired. It was strange. I did my boxing, I think it was yesterday, and the first 6 rounds were difficult, but not too bad. But after I finished the 6th round, I was really sweaty, I was really cold, and I just felt totally depleted and actually nauseous. And I wasn't even going to do the last round, but I believe, I'm not even sure, did I do the last round or did I throw in the towel? I think I did the last round, but maybe I just stopped at 6 rounds and said, yeah, that's enough. But either way, I know it was extremely difficult and kind of out of character. So maybe I am fighting something off, because yeah, it was a cold sweat. Maybe I caught a chill when I cut my hair, I don't know. But anyway, long story short, I don't regret cutting my hair. I do have family court in a couple of weeks, and yeah, I want my hair to be shorter than it was, but longer than it is now by the time I go to family court. But I don't expect anything positive to come of family court, of course. It's just more of the same, and yeah, I certainly do not expect justice. I expect more to be taken away, quite honestly. But anyway, that's life. One of these days, you know, my daughter will be old enough to have her voice heard regardless, and yeah, they're not going to be able to do this. One day she'll make up her own decision, and yeah, till then, basically, it's hard to be hopeful. It's possible things will improve slightly, but I'm really not hopeful at all. The family court system is an absolute joke if you're a man, and for those of you men out there, I hope you never find yourself dealing with this. But anyway, that's it. I can't change it, and I can't fight it, really. I can't ignore it. I just have to go through it, but my expectations are very low. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But anyway, all I can do is try to be patient, try to remain positive, and yeah, try to think correctly. That's about it. Anyway, time goes by, and one day, if I live long enough, then maybe things can improve. But sadly, I'm missing out on very important years of my kids' lives. But anyway, that's about it. Anyway, I got the coffee made here, so I'll just give that a stir. And yeah, we'll end the video here. So till next time, remember who loves you, baby? This guy. And also remember, you're somebody's favorite person in this world, probably mine. So till next time, love you and catch you later. And by the way, you may never see me wearing this turban ever again. Maybe you will. Who knows? I just felt like I couldn't find my hats. I got some winter hats around, but I think they're all in the car, so I didn't. Or maybe they're in the dryer. Either way, I looked around, I couldn't find one, so I did this. So till next time, goodbye, and talk soon.